Welcome to this week's edition of the Q1 Buck Poll. I'm Tim Hart-Habrel. He's Mike Big Buck Hoffner, and so far in the woods, together, nothing.
We've had nothing. I mean, I got one during bow season, so we can talk about that. But gun season has kind of been a bust for me, and you know, it's been kind of a strange year. The weather's been up and down, and the crops have not all been down out of the field. So I've had a lot of people saying, "I'll bet there's a lot of bucks hanging out in that corn," so they'll get them during the muzzle loading season.
I hope so. Anyway, on this week's show, we have bucks, of course, all the successful hunters we're going to feature on the show. Plus, we're going to be at Ray C's Extreme up in Lapeer. The Lapeer County Buck Poll happened over opening weekend, and I always go up there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, always is. I mean, it's great to see the enthusiasm that you bring out in deer hunters.
We have the DNR with us talking about pure Michigan. You've only have a few weeks left to get registered in the overall contest.
Yep, it's kind of cool. Can't wait to hear the explanation of how that goes down, but it's like a lottery for hunters.
And we have a lot of interviews from successful hunters. Stay with us. You're watching the Q1 Buck Poll.
Country Smokehouse was started years ago by myself and Suzanne, and we want to specialize in homemade old-fashioned sausage and jerkies and things like that. People say it's a destination. They come out for the barbecue, they come out for the homemade sausages. A lot of organic people, natural people want to buy the product because they can't find it in the local stores. We are the largest processor in the state of Michigan. We invite all hunters to come in, bring your deer in, or just stop in and check us out so you can see yourself.
I recommend you come to the Country Smokehouse because you'll never be disappointed.
Trophy Class Real Estate specializes in listing and selling unique recreational, hunting land, and vacant land properties.
Hi, I'm Dan Hoffman. We're the premier real estate brokerage firm for Cabela's Trophy Properties in Michigan. If you're looking to buy, we have great properties like this one.
Here's 24 acres of vacant land and waterfront in Calhoun County. The property includes your very own 7-acre buildable island. There's great whitetail deer hunting and fishing. Own a one-of-a-kind piece of property.
Call us today or go online to see all of our properties.
When a hunter graduates from my new Super Whitetail Boot Camp, he will be in the top 1% of the deer hunters in the country. There's hundreds of little things people need to know to really have the ultimate property. I come in and show people how to put all the right pieces of the puzzle in that property. To hold deer, get more born on the property, make them come by the stands, keep them from the neighbors during daylight hours. I'm Tony LaPratt from Ultimate Land Management, and I'm inviting you to our new Super Whitetail Boot Camp.
Back here on the Q1 Buck Poll, and you know, Mike, a lot of people have had success this year, but then there's other pockets of the state that not so much.
Yeah, well, you know, I think it's been an unusual deer hunting season. Like I said, the weather's been a little bit strange. The crop factor, I think, is coming into play because they didn't get to harvest all the corn out like they normally do, so there's a lot of places for deer to hide.
But we've had a lot of successful hunters, and they're all featured on the Q1 Buck Poll's website. You can check out all of the bucks online. We got some bucks here with Big Buck Hoffner.
All right, let's start out up in the mid-Michigan region with Josh Barrows bringing in a 12-pointer. The score was 46 3/4. Jim Wersing in mid-Michigan brings in a 9-pointer. The score 42 1/4. And Eric Bush in mid-Michigan's region brings in a nice 10-pointer. The score 46 3/4.
Every year I have a chance to go to the Lapeer County Buck Poll and visit with, Ray Clemens Jr., the whole staff there. We also get a chance to talk to Ray Brown from Wheeling Team 457. And here's what all went on this year at the Lapeer County Buck Poll at Ray C's Extreme. Well, we're at Ray C's Extreme for the Lapeer County Buck Poll, and you can tell there's all kinds of excitement. Lots of people here, lots of deer hanging up. Ray Jr. is with us. Ray, tell us about the event.
Hey man, I'd just like to be able to say I really appreciate you guys from Q1 coming every year. You know, it's Ham Vets, Wheeling Team 457. The proceeds go to them. It's a great charity. great family affair we have going on with all kinds of things, you know.
Now you have prizes and everything here tonight?
We have all kinds of prizes, everything from mounts, guns, raffles, silent auction items, all going to a good cause.
And I tell you what, there's a lot of orange out there. There's a lot of people. And what interests me every year when we come up here is there are so many people that come out just to look at the deer. They're not hunters. They're just love seeing the deer, don't they?
Yeah, we get it all, man. We get it all. There's different countries. We got somebody from Australia this year. They have never seen anything like this. You know, I guess they got kangaroo and alligators. But they don't have a lot of whitetail there.
No, I guess not. And this year you got kind of some big surprise.
We got kind of a special surprise. We kind of keep it on a down low, but yeah, we got a dance team that's come in and wants to put on something all dressed up, kind of choreographed. We'll have a big flash mob secret this time.
Well, let's have it right now. Well, I tell you what excitement here with the dancing and stuff like that.
Wasn't that so cool? This is awesome. We'd like to thank LA Dance Team, everybody that came out. This is awesome. Really
Great
good
deal.
time.
A big family event every year at the Lapeer County Buck Bowl at Ray C's Extreme. Ray Jr., as always.
Tim.
Hey, wait, I forgot to ask.
Uh-oh.
Tell me about the store real quick.
Hey, you know what? Our store just sells a lot of good family fun, man. Everything from motorcycles, snowmobiles, jet skis, ATVs, and UTVs. I don't know. I get it all. I don't know.
And they'll take care of you service-wise. Anyway, thanks for being with us. We'll let you get back to the crowd. We're at Ray C's Extreme in Lapeer for the Lapeer County Buck Bowl.
Donna Gray. I'm from over by Columbiaville.
All right, tell me about your hunt.
Well, I was up in the tree not thinking I was going to see anything. And I heard a noise to my right, and I looked, and here he came. And quite honestly, I didn't have a whole lot of time to size him up, so I was having a little technical difficulty with my gun and stuff. So by the time he was coming right at me. So by the time I got my gun and got the scope covers off because it was snowing, I just got it by the tree, and you know, I kind of anchored my hand and took the shot. And then later I got out of the tree and was waiting for my husband to finish his hunt, and a bigger one came. He heard me, and we looked at each other, and he went the other way. So I'm happy with this guy. I've had a lot of problems with my back and a lot of pain, and I didn't think I could climb another tree, so I'm happy with him.
Well, it's cold in Lapeer. Ray Brown is with us, and Ray Brown, every year we get a chance to visit here at Ray C's Extreme during the Lapeer County Buck Bowl. You guys are out in full force, wheeling Team 457, registering deer out here, aren't you?
Yeah. Actually, it's our 10th anniversary. We planted the seed 10 years ago with much anticipation that this was going to be Michigan's finest buck pole, and I believe it is.
Well, I tell you what, it's a lot of fun, and we get a chance to meet a lot of different people out here. Tell me quickly about Wheeling Team 457.
Wheeling Team 457 is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we've been rolling for 14 years, and we encourage folks to get out fishing, hunting, whatever their interests are. And we also have another side of the team that's an athletics side. And we just don't take any excuses. There's a lot of modalities, a lot of things that we have available to help people that think they can't do something to be able to do it.
You can do what you want, can't you?
You can do what you want and what you need.
That's exactly right.
And you need to go hunting.
Well, we're having a good time out here. Now, if somebody wanted to get involved in Wheeling Team 457, what would they do?
Oh, sure. They could go to our website, which is wheelingteam457.net, or give me a call at 989-225-9259.
All right, well, as always, you guys are doing a great job out here, and we love having you on the Q1 Buck Pole.
We love being in Q1 Buck Pole.
All right, good job. Ray Brown here at Ray C's Extreme. Stay with us. We got more buck interviews coming up. You're watching the Q1 Buck Pole.
At Outfitters Taxidermy, I do high-quality work at reasonable prices. We do it all at Outfitters Taxidermy, from birds, small mammals, fish, deer, shoulder mounts, full body mounts. I pay attention to the details in the mount, like your eyes, the nose, and the way the horns are set. Make sure the measurement's all correct, just like it is when you brought it in. If you're not sure how to cape your deer, I can do it for you, show you how to do it, where to make cuts, where not to make cuts. When you shoot that buck of a lifetime, give me a call at Outfitters Taxidermy.
Hunting, fishing, trapping, Frank's Sporting Goods in Morley.
We got the biggest selection of trapping supplies in West Michigan and the experience to go along with it, so we can teach you how to do everything right here on the spot.
Long guns and handguns for any application, and expert service from someone who lives the outdoors.
Don't forget, we got a great selection of ammo.
You'll find it all at Frank's Sporting Goods in Morley. Stop in or call Frank's Sporting Goods in Morley for the best deals around.
Hi, my name is Vic Havens, and we invite you to stop here at Frank's Sporting Goods in Morley, Michigan.
Get your boots on at Backroad Saloon, the area's #1 country music entertainment, featuring a spacious 5,000 square foot dance floor catered to line dancing. Backroad Saloon, where there's live music on the weekends and special guests. Coming January 16th, it's Big Smo. Tickets are just $12 in advance. And don't forget our New Year's Eve bash. Get your tickets now. Backroad Saloon, the Nashville of the North, the area's #1 country music venue.
Have you ever wanted to go hunt all the different species here in the great state of Michigan? Deer, bear, elk. That's what the Pure Michigan Hunt is all about.
It's the Michigan Lottery for deer hunters.
That's exactly.
Simple.
Any kind of hunter out there. And they've got all kinds of new guidelines this year. But before we talk to Russ Mason from the DNR about the Pure Michigan Hunt, here's some bucks with Big Buck Hoffner.
All right, let's go to Southwest Michigan, where Mike Miller brings in an 11-pointer, the score 46.125. Southwest Michigan's Brady Burnell brings in an 11-pointer, the score 47.875. And Mike Heminger from Southwest Michigan brings in an 8-pointer, the score is 48 1/4.
Well, there's still time to get registered in the Pure Michigan Hunt. Russ Mason has all the details. I'm now talking to Russ Mason. He is the chief of the Wildlife Division for the DNR. Russ, welcome to the Buck Bowl.
Thanks, man. It's a pleasure.
It's always fun to get together with you and talk about what's happening in Michigan's great outdoors. Today we want to talk about the Pure Michigan Hunt, which seems to get more popular every year with people buying a chance to win.
I think that's probably true. We could still go a lot further. You know, we still probably, if you've never put in for an elk tag, if you buy a Pure Michigan Hunt, your odds are probably better drawing an elk at the Pure Michigan Hunt than they are in the elk draw per se. Now, for folks that aren't familiar about the Pure Michigan Hunt, basically it's 3 winners every year. It's a $5 application. And if you win, you get about $4,000 worth of stuff, plus an elk tag that you can shoot anytime, any one of our seasons, a bear tag any place but Drummond Island, deer tags, turkey tags, first draw in a managed waterfowl area. It's a great opportunity, and this year we have something even better, which is to say if you draw and for some unknown reason you decide you cannot possibly shoot your tags, you can give them to people. So if you win, you could give your bear tag to somebody. And I suppose there's somebody out there that'd give away an elk tag, but I don't know who that would be. So,
especially here in Michigan when you can go up north and just have a lot of fun. Well, and it's really something that has been coming on. Well, why did this start with the Pure Michigan Hunt?
Well, we were looking for something new, and frankly, being a Westerner, this is kind of common out west, and so we brought it here to Michigan to give people another opportunity to get out and experience Michigan's great outdoors. It's just one more opportunity to try to recruit enthusiasm in the public, to get them out and get them doing things that we really want them to do.
And Russ, people are probably asking, okay, the $5, you know, it's a small fee, but when you get a lot of people participating, where does that money go?
All that money goes into the Fish and Game Fund. That in turn goes straight onto the land or for salaries for biologists, or we match it with Pittman-Robertson dollars, the ammunition money that comes into the department, and that's how we do all of our work. Still, even after that license increase and everything's going on, we get about 5% of our budget from the general fund. We are not a taxpayer-funded organization. We depend on hunters buying licenses and trappers buying licenses to do all the things that we do on the landscape for both game and non-game species.
Well, and if you love Michigan's great outdoors, I think even if you're not going to go hunt, you know, spend $20 and buy a license. Get your base license, get your deer license, and or fishing license, whatever the case is, because you're really contributing to the outdoors and the management of it.
You bet. And here's the other piece. Last year, I think we had about 14,500 individual applicants. Your odds are a whole lot better than Powerball or Mega Millions, so do this. I'm just saying, you got pretty good odds here. You ought to try.
And where can I get my entry application into the Pure Michigan Hunt?
Well, you can buy it from any licensed dealer, or you can buy it online, and you can buy as many chances as you want, or as many of these applications as you like. You can buy 200, you can buy 1.
All right, talking about the Pure Michigan Hunt here with the Chief of the Wildlife Division, Russ Mason. Russ, thanks for being with us.
Thank you, man.
All right, we've got more coming up. You are watching the Q1 Buck Bowl.
Everything for the sportsman.
DNR Sports Center.
For the hunter.
tree stands, bows, guns, and gear, all the top brands.
Right here at DNR Sports Center.
For the fishermen, check out the huge selection of boats, marine supplies, and tackle.
DNR Sports Center.
Full service mechanic for boats, guns, and bows. One-stop shopping, a huge selection, and the best service around.
Come see for yourself and experience the personal service at DNR Sports Center. Everything for the sportsman.
The great outdoors has a lot to offer, and if you're ready to experience it on the next level, Greenstone can help you get it done. We finance acreage of nearly any size, from a hunter's haven to adventurous trails, or even that relaxing place on the lake. Greenstone's loan options make owning land affordable, with terms up to 30 years. And with 36 locations in Michigan and Northeast Wisconsin, we're just a short drive away. To learn more, visit greenstonefcs.com. Greenstone Farm Credit Services. We finance the great outdoors.
Well, Big Buck, you know, the fun about today's show is we have a lot of successful hunters. They've got passion, they've got enthusiasm, and they're going to tell us their stories.
And they have deer. Something we didn't get during deer hunting season, during the gun season.
During the gun season, season. Well, we got some bucks now featured here on the Q1 Buck Poll.
All right, let's start out with Southwest Michigan's Tim Kinney's 10-pointer, scoring 46.5. In South Central Michigan, Josh Koppas's 16-pointer scores 52.25.
Big scores, big bucks, that's for sure. Well, Big Buck, we had a youngster come in here, Randall Linton, and told us his story.
Yeah, Randall, he doubled down. He tagged out early in the season. Congratulations to Randall.
We've got another successful hunter with us today. We've got Randall Linton, and I will tell you this. He's very successful because we got 2 deer to talk about today. And Randall, you shot this guy first, 10-pointer. Tell me about this hunt.
I passed up 4 different bucks when he came in. Then he walked. He came from this thicket, and I just seen him shaking his head. He walked to me. I didn't think I was going to get a shot. He walked out of this thicket, but I drew back before the thicket.
Mm-hmm.
He walked out. I whistled at him, looked up. I shot. He ran about 20 yards, probably looked back at me, and he just started walking. And I just piled over.
So kind of an easy little hunt here.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's what we would like to do on camera. Maybe I need to go with you instead of Big Buck Hofter, make my life a little easier. Okay, and then you got the big guy. So tell me about this. Same area or different area?
Different area.
Okay.
And then, it was the first night hunt of this new property. He came in. As soon as I got my tree stand, it was about 6 o'clock. Yeah, it was about 6 o'clock. He came in cruising. I grunted at him about 35 yards. I didn't take the shot. He looked at me. He didn't see me. He walked around the whole tree, or my whole woods, came back down the same trail.
Now, were you able to see him that whole time as he was cruising through, or what?
No. But I did look up about 50 yards, and I seen him doing this. I thought it was a different buck. Ended up being the same one. He walked right to me, whistled at me. All right, whistled at him, looked up at me. I shot, ran about, I couldn't even tell you.
Not far, I take it.
Not far.
And it looks like he broke something off here when he piled up. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I think so. It was all white when I first looked at him. Mm-hmm. It's kind of bummed out, but it builds character, I guess.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
And the other side looks like he did some battle with somebody somewhere, I think. Well, anyway, now your biggest buck, or where's it ranked?
Second biggest one. I shot one on Thanksgiving back in 2012.
All right.
So.
And how long you been hunting?
Since I've been about 8 years old.
And who took you out?
My dad.
All right, very cool. And what do you like most about being out in the woods?
Peaceful. Mm-hmm. Not being around people, doing your own little thing. Birds chirping.
Kind of being one with nature.
Yep.
Exactly right. I like the quietness out there myself. So anyway, well, congratulations. Welcome to the Q1 Buck Poll.
Thank you.
Randall Linton from Coldwater, a 2-time successful hunter in this year's hunt. Great story, great success. Well, Mike, at the Lapeer County Buck Poll at Racey's Extreme, a lot of hunters brought in some big bucks.
Some happy people, too.
Exactly right. Here's some interviews from Racey's Extreme.
My name is Jeff Randolph. I'm from Brown City, Michigan, St. Clair County, Lynn Township.
All right, tell me about your hunt. What all happened?
I shot him at 7:20 in the morning. I've seen him during bow season from a distance. Never had an opportunity at him. He was hot on a doe. He spooked away, and then he come back in, and I just put a good shot on him, and he only went about 40 yards and went down.
Now tell me about what you guys do at your farm.
Well, on the farm, altogether, I hunt 2 properties, and I have pushing 1,000 acres to myself and my kids, and the 3 of us manage hard. I manage real hard. the kids manage, I got a 13-year-old daughter that's passing up 100-inch 8 points all the time. I got surrounding property, great neighbors that are doing the same thing, and this is our minimum buck right here, 120 inches. Next year we're going to 130, and we consistently pull them out.
And why are you practicing pulling deer, man?
Well, I eat a lot of venison, and when I can't get a big buck, I strongly recommend shooting does. I feel shooting does is every bit as important as passing up immature bucks. So when I get an opportunity at a buck like this, I'm grateful and I take them, but I also keep my does tightly in check.
Okay, my name's Patrick Clarno. I'm from Clarkston, Michigan, and I shot this buck in a Holly State Game area this morning about 8:10.
All right, tell me what happened.
Well, I was sitting there, heard 13 or 14 shots off to my left, which would be south, and thinking, oh, I got a doe permit. First deer that comes through, and I see this deer about 80, 90 yards out walking through, and it looked like a good-sized doe, and it got about 50 yards out, and I seen the horns. Walked up, stopped about 35 yards out in between a V and a tree, and it looked like it was going to take off, so I shot it, and it walked 25 yards, dropped dead.
Now, is this your biggest deer?
Yeah, it's my biggest deer in Michigan.
And what do you think about hunting state land like that?
Well, you got to do your homework.
Andy Johnson, I'm from the Pier.
All right, so Andy, tell me about your hunt.
Well,
about the first one you took.
Yesterday morning, this thing came in about 9:30 in the morning. Made a scrape about 50 yards from me, and I was sitting there watching it, couldn't get a shot. He walked towards me, got to about 40 yards, turned quartering away real sharp. I shot him in the hindquarters and blew out his heart. About 10 minutes after that one came in, this thing was dead on the ground. I was looking at it. A bigger buck, smaller than this, walked in and worked this thing over, rolled him around. I almost had a shot at that. Now I'm glad I didn't. Last night that other buck came in again and was about 50 yards away. I couldn't get a shot at him. So this morning I got in my stand about a half hour before daylight, and as soon as I sat down I heard this thing coming. And all I was thinking was, I just hope it waits long enough till I can see what in the world it is. He came out and all I could see was the rack. He was in grass that's 4 foot tall. And I'm sitting there for a good minute trying to figure out how am I going to shoot this thing. He walked up to almost the same spot where I shot this one yesterday. It was a 45-yard shot with a shotgun. Blew his heart out and he went about 50 yards. And
had you seen these deer before at all?
I had not.
Are these your biggest buck? Is that your biggest buck?
Oh yeah, this is by far the biggest thing I've ever shot.
Jerry Pelletier is with us now. He's from Bay City, and twice the luck this year, right?
That's right.
All right. Now here's a man who spends a lot of time in the woods. Give me the quick story on these deer.
Well, I had been doing some preseason scouting, and I realized that about every 7 or 8 days, an 8-pointer bigger would cross my path. Mm-hmm. I sat there in anticipation, as you can imagine, and on October 7th, what had been quite a slow season compared to years in the past, I had quite a collection of does and fawns and on an antler in the mix as the day was progressing. Just before evening, I spots a couple of nice bucks out in the oats, and as I'm looking at them, there turned out to be 4 bucks, and 2 bucks were in my food plot. And I shot this awesome 8-point on October 7th, and couldn't believe what had happened. Went back 4 days later, and was still very excited about what had happened. Woke up in my blind on a Saturday morning to do a morning hunt. Mm-hmm. I blew a grunt call and in come a 6, in come an 8, and as I'm filming, just enjoying the moment, not far behind was this awesome buck here.
Nice.
Got him on film, drew on him at 40 yards, and looked at the first 2 deer, and they had come into another food plot at 35 yards and chose to wait. and take a better shot, and gosh dang it, it paid off.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it
well,
did.
you know, sometimes patience is the key when you're out there hunting, and so often people want to just get out there, get the shot, and get out.
Well, as I realized what happened, the first 2 deer a lot of folks would have been flinging arrows at, and they seldom see that third deer, second deer, or the bigger buck. So it was quite a learning experience. Yes, it was.
Well, congratulations, 2 nice bucks here in the season. So you're all set, ready to go, buddy. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
All right, Jerry Pelletier from Bay City. Twice the luck this year on the Q1 buck pull.
Did you know that Tire City is more than just tires? Marshall Tire, Albion Tire, and Charlotte Tire are all more than just tires at great prices. We're your complete auto repair center. We're brakes, oil changes, steering and suspension, diagnostics. We're more than just tires. We're your complete auto repair facility. Tire City, Marshall, Albion, and Charlotte.
Coldwater Gun & Pawn, your concealed weapon headquarters. Buy, sell, trade. We do volume so you have selection with new guns arriving daily. Need ammo at the best prices around? Stop into Coldwater Gun & Pawn. Plus, we pay cash for guns or anything of value, including gold and silver, where we pay the highest prices in southern Michigan. Plus, we have DVDs, guitars, gifts, and more. Long guns or handguns, come see our selection today at Coldwater Gun & Pawn. Add style to your bedroom or living room with log furniture from Thurston's Furniture. One-of-a-kind log bedroom sets, dressers, mirrors, easy beds that convert from a couch to a bed. Specializing in custom orders, Thurston's offers a great selection to choose from. Plus, check out our Northwoods Wildlife Print area rugs. Want a camo recliner? You'll find it at Thurston's. Thurston's Furniture on M60 in Homer. Everything you want in log furnishings at great prices.
I'm Patrick Clarno. I'm from Clarkston, Michigan, and you're watching the Q1 Buck Pull.
Well, I tell you right now, a lot of enthusiasm from those hunters, and we've got a lot of hunters who are on the Q1 buck pull, and they have a chance to win that Yamaha Grizzly 350 ATV from Custom Connection Motorsports in Battle Creek. The final prize party is March the 7th at Backroads Saloon in Marshall, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
Yeah, you know, you just got to get out there. I just saw a student this morning, walked in the building, and I said, "Did you register your deer?" He said, "Hey, Mr. Hoffner, I got the antlers are out in the car." I said, "Go get them in there, get them into the FFA program, get them registered, get a chance to win those prizes."
All right, we've got all the prizes listed. Let me do that again. We got all the prize parties listed on the website and also on Facebook, so check it out. Join our Facebook group, and you can see all the different bucks that we feature, along with some great information from around the world on deer hunting.
Well, hey, that's what's great about technology. You can go all over the place to see what's happening, but tune into what's happening in Michigan.
All right, Q1buckpull.com. Check it out. He's Mike Big Buck Hoffner. I'm Tim Hart-Habrel. Remember, whenever you're out in the woods, be safe. Thanks for watching this week's edition of the Q1 Buck Pull.
Great country for Kalamazoo. Find us on your radio at 102.5, online at greatcountry1025.com, and on your mobile device on iHeartRadio. Kalamazoo's Great Country 1025, powered by Nash.